Oh my god, it's on wheels!
Yeah.
That's great. That's perfect. Helicopter can take all this.
Alright, so we are going to a crazy place. We're going up the top of the Lewis Pass, which is here in the South Island, and we're building a hut. The hut is for the Backcountry Trust, and basically we need all the tools that we usually use, but the only way to get up there is either a 7-hour walk or a helicopter. So we chose helicopter. Scott Brown here. We've got a crazy mission coming up, and it's very remote, so I'm trying to build as much of the furniture as I can in this episode here at home. And we also need to get all of our tools up there. We'll talk more about the hut in a minute, but first, let's see how many tools we can fit in the MAKTRAK. I reached out to Makita, and they gave me the new MAKTRAK system, and I'm very grateful. Ad gifted. So we have a big list of tools that we need to take up the mountain, and I'm going to try and fit all of it in here. I don't know if I need to take every single box, but we'll find out. Okay. Okay, let's see if a track saw can fit in there. No, it has to go on the side. Figure I'd put the big tools down there. Maybe it's my go-to framer now. The Hikoki. Yes, this is tricky with these shallow boxes. On one hand, it's great because when you have a big deep box, you just pile tools on top of each other, and it's hard to get any of them. But the shallow one, you know, it's a big footprint, and I've only got 2 tools in there, and it's taking up some space. And my little skilly, that's not bad. Large router, small circular saw, jigsaw, stapler, track saw, finishing gun, framing gun, sander, and my battery charger. That's not bad. There we go, I added all my Makita 40-volt batteries in there as well. And it still closes. Let's just see how heavy this is. Oh my god. See, everyone knows that they copied Milwaukee Packout with this, right? My gripe with Milwaukee Packout has always been how heavy the boxes are from the get-go when they're empty. This was pretty heavy, empty. Now it's really heavy. I've got the 3 chargers. How many? 4 or 5 batteries? String lines even in there. Little tray that goes on top. And then I've got my tool belt and I've got my drills under there. 1/2-inch router, 1/4 inch I should say, and the planer. And then batteries and saws and stuff. Squeeze wherever we can. You can get a decent amount in there, and I still think we can fill this up. 2 boxes, that must be so heavy now. Oh my god. Seriously. I've got all my tools in these 3 boxes. Just finished loading up this one. I've got a couple of spare blades, all my hand tools, big clamp, mask. I've even got sharpening stones for my chisel. There's a socket set in there. And there's still room to put this tray on top with more batteries and some glue and a little umbrella holder because I make YouTube videos and I need an umbrella above my camera. And then I also put the fixings into this little box here. So there you go. And this system is very similar to the Milwaukee Packout system here, all the organizers. Okay, it's meant to go on here like this. That's all the tools. Let's just go. In an effort to make our life easier, we're trying to pre-build as much as we can for this hut. There's not going to be a lot of stuff up there. So while I have access to all of this, we're going to use it. Alright, so So the first thing that I need to build is these seats here. They're going to be roughly here inside the hut. Now this is a hut, so the seats need to be extra wide, and the purpose of that is they double as a mattress. Kind of like this hut here that they built. And see there? And as you can see, somebody could sleep on that. So let's make some seats and beds at the same time. Oh man. So this is the reason it's delayed. It's currently delayed, this trip. We're actually meant to be up on the mountain now, but we've been put off to Wednesday because the rain comes through there and it's a bit of a washout. Now this might seem like a random project for me to be doing, flying up into a mountain to help build a hut, but it has been a long time in the making. Back when I was still working with Pydo and living in Auckland, Rob found our videos on YouTube and reached out to us. And he proposed the idea, hey, do you guys want to get flown into the mountains and help renovate the backcountry huts? We want to promote the idea to builders in New Zealand and let them know that this is an option. It's paid work, and we were totally keen. But then this was right before COVID. This was a couple of months before COVID, and as we know, everything changed. I mean, it certainly changed for us. We moved down to the South Island and set up a life, bought a house. I'm not working with Pydo anymore. But now that things are settled and I'm looking for cool projects to make videos about, I reached out to Rob again and asked if he's still organising things with the Backcountry Trust. And he said yes, and we've got heaps on. And one thing led to another, and now we're working on this one. And this is a rare one. It's actually rare for them to get a new build, start to finish hut. They're usually just maintaining huts. But we'll talk more about that in the next episode when we actually fly up there. I'll show you a photo actually. This here is the most, this is the most recent photo update that I've had. I mean, look at that. So Matt, a builder from Christchurch, who you'll meet in the next episode, he built this in his driveway. And they broke it into 17 parts and helicoptered it in. And that's where it is on top of the mountain. Apparently that's where we're bathing. So I'm just doing the interior work, which includes this seat. Okay. Alright, so we built 2 seats and I need to build a table. And for this table, it's going to be a basic plywood table, kind of like the seats, but the legs need to be something different. They need to be about 70 by 70, and finding timber that size in anything, any kind of timber that's untreated, is a bit tricky. Now you can get MAKTRAK, for instance, which is a native timber that can handle the elements, but that's not very stable. As it dries out over time, it'll probably crack and move. And for furniture, you don't really want that. Alright, I'm gonna get copyright striked if I play this music, so let's just play my own music. What could this be for?
Here we go, sir.
Appreciate it, man.
No worries.
Since we moved down to Nelson, I'll be going to Norwest all the time. That's where we get all our recycled timber. It really helped me out there. We've got legs for this table. Let's see how we can make a plywood table look nice. So I think these legs are going to look good. They aren't the exact size that they're meant to be, But we're taking liberties with this thing. The hut furniture, as you can see so far, is pretty basic. As long as these legs are strong enough and roughly the right size, I think they'll be fine. But I also want it to look good. That's why I went with the Remu. But here's like the basic plan. Just legs. And they've written 70 by 70. And then the top is going to be kind of similar to the seats. Plywood, but then we'll make the edges look nice. Now at the top of each leg, I'm going to do a checkout so the frame can wrap around it. I just need a consistent way to do it that won't take me forever. You know, some jobs take a lot of organisation. But you know what's easy to organise? Building your website with Squarespace. And that's because Squarespace is an all-in-one platform where you can build your online presence, you can run your business from your website, you can even invoice people from your website. And it's also the sponsor of this part of this episode. Squarespace have SEO tools built into the platform, so when you sign up with them, your website will be automatically optimized in search results. Your customers are going to find you easier. And speaking of customers, you can invoice your customers direct from your website, and that invoice is going to look professional. It's going to match whatever template you choose for the look of your website. And Squarespace have thousands of templates to choose from. You don't need to know how to code in order to build a website using Squarespace, and if you're strapped for time, you can even use something they call Blueprint AI, which is their AI website building software that will help you build a website quickly. They have e-commerce built in if you're selling products on your website. The bottom line is, it's just a great website building platform that will help you build a website, and it takes all the hassle away. And there's also a free trial, so you can just try it out, and if it doesn't work, then try something else out. But if it does work, and you want to set up a proper website for yourself, make sure you first go to squarespace.com/Scott Brown Carpentry. You get to support our YouTube channel, and you get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. No brainer, really. Thanks, Squarespace. We've got a lot of stuff to take. I hope it can fit on the helicopter. I'm running out of time. I haven't got time to finish off this table, but I'm just about to go in there and sort out all the parts, so at least the helicopter can take it up on top of the mountain. We can build it there. We're going to be about 1,300 meters up in the mountain. Probably going to be snow. Apparently the temperature is going to drop to like -4. But all that remains to be seen. And maybe by the time you're watching this video, I've already seen exactly how difficult it's going to be. So if you look at this, this is today. Check that out, that's pretty gnarly. So all of this bad weather is clearing as we get to tomorrow. And that's pretty clear. By Thursday, Friday, so we're roughly there. The top third of New Zealand's South Island, in the middle here, and the mountain pass, Lewis Pass. Now as we get, look at Saturday and Sunday, it's like crystal clear. But as we get to Monday, it starts to get a little bit choppy. That's when we're meant to be coming back. So that might be a challenging exit. Not only were we meant to be up there yesterday, but that was the second time we've delayed it. So yeah, it goes to show just how extreme these conditions are and how much they affect this project. Alright, let's organize our stuff. The best thing to do now is just cut all the pieces that I'm going to need up on this mountain and then put the table together up there. And I've got to stack it in my van in a way where it's ready for the helicopter. Weird thing to say. Ready for a helicopter. Alright.
What's something for Briscoe?
Oh, I know what it is. Thank you.
No worries, have a good afternoon.
You too. Plywood back. What about And the framing.
Yeah, it's too long.
Ah, that's annoying.
That's what I was hoping for as well.
That's so cool that you pre-did this. This is going to save you so much time.
Oh yeah, totally. 560 by 1380. Oh, I reckon that'll slide back. Had to get the neighbour to come and help me with this. Thanks, Zach. They slide in the other way. And we still have space for Ray's tools. Ray is coming up the mountain with me. And the adventure starts tomorrow.